Amplified unit members only. My members up in here: JR9 Gaming, Anthony Bowley, Alicia, DJ is a prodigy. Up in this motherfucker. To everybody that's catching this, man, members or not, much love to all you guys. I wanted to put out a video earlier. My day just got longer and longer. Before you knew it, it was 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, and I'm like, shit, we only got about an hour before Dynamite. So I put up about 15 minutes of notice, and here we are, man. We're going to do a live stream. This should not take more than a half an hour, guys. So I figured this is a perfect time to do one of my members-only live streams where I can say what's up to my members, all my gold card. That's what you see up in the chat. So for my non-members, if you're wondering why all that gold is up there, that gold card after the name, those are gold card members on the unit, man. Another level of support, love, and respect. So BC said this is a perfect time to say thank you to my gold card members, man. And by the way, I got good playback, so my playback is good. So if you don't mind, I'm going to switch over to the earbuds. Not that the noise-canceling Sony bass boosters ain't doing their job. But BC feels too restricted on that shit. So let me just say thank you to my members that are up in here right now. As I said, JR9 Gaming, Anthony Bowley, Alicia, DJ is a prodigy, Eric Leno, Dave Mealy, D. Carre, Jack Willen Robinson, Dante Jaron 23, all up in here, man. And most of you guys are going to catch this, as I said, within the next 24 hours because I gave 15 minutes of notice right before Dynamite. So I understand most of you guys aren't going to catch this now. And this is not a regular live stream. It's for my members. So don't worry, guys. All right. That's my intro to this video. Now, to this live stream. Now, to my members, man. James Miller, what's up, dude? See, this is why I like members. I can, zone in a little bit more on my chat. Not that I don't love when it's my full fucking amplified unit, man. I love that as well. But I get to say what's up and actually, fucking gauge my unit a little bit closer here. Guys, you get one shot at a first impression. Always remember that throughout your life, whether you're going to a school audition or filling out an application or a job interview or a date. You get one chance, one shot at a good first impression. You only get one chance to make a good first impression. What happened with Bronson Reed is the same thing that we've been seeing with Triple H rehires that are coming back, and he's just throwing them out there without any care at all, without actually properly giving a fuck. And Bronson Reed was probably the last straw. Bronson Reed was one of the saddest ones where he showed up Monday night to help The Miz win those two fucking, the top of the ladder, retrieve those 2 sacks of fucking cash over Dexter Lumis. And you could have heard a pin drop if Kevin Patrick shut his fucking mouth for a moment. If Corey Graves stopped having an orgasm screaming, "It's Bronson!" because he was the only fucking one who A, knew who he was, and or B, gave a fuck. If you're people like BC, of course we knew who he was. If you're like BC, you still didn't give a fuck. And it was clear that the entire arena on Monday night didn't give a fuck. And Triple H, the man of 3H's, gave the crowd no reason to give a shit. No reason whatsoever. And if you go back and you watch the crowd, you listen to the crowd, you know that BC is telling no fucking lies. No fib necessary inserted here. No fib is necessary. This is what happened. It was literally that bad, guys. It was sad. Even though I'm not a fan of Bronson Reed, I never want to see a superstar show up after being gone for a while or being released. I never want to see them show up and get no reaction. That's the worst thing you can get in pro wrestling. right? Even if they're booing you or they're making some fucking type of no, but when you get no fucking reaction, and it's no fucking wonder this guy never got more than a North American championship in NXT or whatever the fuck he got. He was never in the prominent main event roles. He was never fucking champion. The ceiling was that mid-card title. Guys, if this hurts your feelings, I totally understand. That's how we are, right? We're fans of people, right? BC's a fan of Sasha. BC's a fan of Jay Lethal. Briscoe brothers, Bray Wyatt, you know, and when people try to bash them unjustifiably, of course that would enrage me. When they bash them justifiably, chances are I'm the one leading the charge. If I'm a fan of somebody, I'm going to be the harshest critic, like I am with Bray, like I am with Sasha. But if you're a big Bronson Reed fan, there's no way you can deny any of the facts that I just dropped. The dude showed up to no reaction. The reason is because he's a big dude that can do some good moves, like a Bam Bam Bigelow of today. Remember Bam Bam Bigelow? He could do the fucking diving headbutt, the splash from the top. He could do a moonsault with his size. Right? That's Bronson. The problem is Bam Bam could cut a promo. Bronson cannot cut a promo. Bronson never established himself in NXT as a top dog. And then he goes to WWE, and we're supposed to what? Believe that he's the next big thing? You get one chance at a first impression. JR9 Gaming. See, this is why I love members only. I can zone in on you. JR9, like I said yesterday, vignettes have to be used sometimes. Absolutely. If you know that a dude only achieved mid-card level success in NXT, you know he's got no fucking mic skills as it is. You know it's going to be it's going to be hard to get this guy truly over with the WWE main roster crowd and audience and fans. If you know that ahead of time, vignettes need to be used with a guy like Bronson. Vignettes were not used. Guys, that's not even the fucking point here. We already talked about that on Monday's review yesterday. Live stream. Tuesday morning, we did a Monday Night Raw full live stream. You guys fucking rocked that. 5,000 fucking strong on that shit. 500 on the ups. You guys completely fucking destroyed that shit in the most beautiful of ways, man. We rocked that out better than anybody in this community. I thank you guys for that. But this is a new day. Yes, it is. And the discussion now has to go to a laughable. And it would be extremely laughable if it wasn't kind of pathetically sad as well. But it's the excuses that a lot of fans have. Carlos! What's up, dude? Carlos Ray's up in here. I'm the gold members only. Sam Byers is also up in here on the gold card member status. What's up, Sam Byers? Welcome, man. This one's for you guys, man. For me to say thank you. This is kind of where we are, where if it's Triple H, we're going to give it a pass. If it's Triple H, Deontay Thomas. If it's going to be Sutherland Knox 23 with that 5-spot, hitting the like button from out of Harlem, we'll watch later. Rep it from Harlem, Sutherland Knox 23. I can fucking speak. I appreciate the coffee, man. Rock it out, dude. This will be up on the channel later. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the coffee. I appreciate that. Sutherland Knox 23. I saw that live, man. What I was saying is, if it's Triple H, people are going to find a way to let it pass, right? They're going to give it a mulligan, right? Okay, fucking Mia Yim showed up in a meaningless fucking way, and she's just like a crony for OC, and there's no really buzz around Mia Munchkin, whatever the fuck they're calling her. Sarah Logan is now a third Viking with no real steam or momentum pushed behind her. Okay, we get it. Johnny Gargano's blowing a whistle for the first month. He's Dexter Loomis's bitch. It'll lead to some tag team matches with Miz. Okay, Dexter Loomis is in a fucking 2.5-month story. I use that loosely with Miz. I thought it was leading to something special and it just dragged out. WWE clearly had no fucking clue where they were going with this story. So Dexter Loomis falls to the wayside during all of this. Nobody gives a fuck about this guy, and that's sad. I actually like Dexter. But everybody just gives it a pass, right? Bronson Reed. Carlos, you ask a good question. So let me tell you, Carlos, this is what I'm hearing now. Ready? If you just watch WWE.com, it sounds to me like he is not going to be attached with The Miz. It sounds to me like he showed up just to collect a payday, and now he's going to go his separate ways. See that? It's all good, everybody. It's all good. Everybody was waving the red flag and sounding the alarm for no reason. What the fuck are you talking about? You get one shot, one chance at a first impression that is going to be memorable, that is going to be good, that is going to be a solid foundation for what is to come. You get one chance at a first impression. So you're telling me you're okay with everybody showing up to rub shoulders with The Miz? That's everybody's first impression. Johnny Gargano, Dexter Lumis, Bronson Reed. It'll be everybody's going forward. That seems to be the blueprint. There's a reason there's many reasons why he got no reaction on Monday. Many reasons. BC would need another half an hour, and I could go over 37 reasons. But let's stick to one of the main reasons. 3H's gave no fucking choice, no reason for anybody to give a fuck. Willard Bayless, what up, dude? Welcome to the Gold Members Only chat, man. Willard Bayless. Special shout-outs to all my members, man. 3H's gave no fucking reason for anybody to give a shit about this dude. He shows up to help The Miz win a fucking match with Money Day. Not even Money in the Bank briefcase. It's some fucking money hanging high. Bronson shows up so he can get the fucking... And it doesn't even make sense, by the way. Miz didn't want to pay Dexter. He could have had security with Dexter watching his back, but he didn't want to pay Dexter. So instead, he's going to pay someone else all of that money. That makes zero fucking sense. Why not just pay fucking Dexter in the first place? Now he's in the same position where he's got to unload a bunch of money on the fucking Bronson. And then what? Dexter's just going to let this go? And Bronson just starts a feud with the fucking New Day back in NXT? Does he start a fucking feud with fucking Mansoor over on SmackDown? Does he start a feud in 2023 with Tozawa? Does Tozawa come back as a ninja? And Bronson comes back as a giant fucking pumpkin. And they chase each other around in a dog park. I don't know where the fuck this ends up. You're telling me he wasted. 3H's wasted. Absolutely wasted his first impression for Bronson on the fucking Miz. And then everybody is throwing a mulligan to 3H's. Everybody is letting him off the hook. Don't worry, man. Listen to WWE.com's interview. Bronson just wanted to get paid. His character is a guy who's just like Assassin. He just wants to get paid and move on. Miz was just the first step, BC. Well, guess what happened in that first impression? You lost everybody. Salute, 3H's. You lost everybody on your first... You threw a first impression out there, and it got rejected by everybody in the arena and most everybody at home. James Shrimp Fajitas up in this bitch. What up, BC? Thanks for the live. We'll be a member soon. Been a busy week for me and my family. Salute to you and the AMP unit. Take your time, James. You don't have to be a member. Most of these streams will be for everybody. It's just I wasn't able to get this out earlier. I knew I was going to go live a half an hour before Dynamite. I said this is a perfect time to do a members only so I can give a salute, a shout out to all my members and shoot the shit with my members for a half an hour. But James, you don't ever have to be a fucking member, man. That's a different level for sure. But it's never needed, man. Just seeing you up in here on the regular chats, man. Smashing that. Because I know, James, you're smashing that up. You keep on rocking, bro. I appreciate the coffee, though, James. Much love and respect always. James Shrimp Fajitas, one of my tried and trues up in this bitch. For sure. So, James Shrimp Fajitas, man, good to see you up in here. Thank you for that coffee. And take your fucking time. You do not have to be a member, guys. This is just a thank you to my people. My gold card. Members, guys, that frustrates me to no end because this has to end. All kidding aside, I know we can get a little bit We can embellish a little bit for entertainment reasons, right? Oh, BC gets a little wild, he's entertaining. But it seriously frustrates me that this keeps happening. And everybody just keeps throwing Triple H a bone. Everybody keeps saying, oh, it's okay, man, it's okay. H knows what he's doing, man. Give it time. Bronson's going to be just fine, just like Johnny. Why have everybody rub shoulders with The Miz when it's not working? That's not shade to the fucking Miz. Tommaso Ciampa could have had the world in his lap if he wasn't fucking around with the fucking Miz. Why would you put Tommaso Ciampa right with The Miz? Tommaso doesn't need The Miz, and it's clear it just dragged Tommaso down. Why the fuck would Dexter Lumis be tied right from the hip with The Miz? All it did was tie Dexter Lumis down and diminish Dexter Lumis. Why put Johnny Gargano right with The Miz? All it did is diminish and devalue Johnny Wrestling to the point where he's blowing a fucking whistle around. Why would you put Bronson Reed with the... Are you guys catching a fucking theme here? Everybody comes back to fuck around with The Miz, and none of them get a reaction. Dante Jarren 23, 199. Bronson received a standing cricket ovation. I wish Dante Jarren 23, he definitely got the cricket ovation. I wish we could say it was standing. I wish people got up just because somebody went to the bathroom earlier, and while Bronson was out there, they came back to their section. So you know how, like, they're in the middle, so everybody has to stand up, so that one jackass that couldn't hold his fucking beer in, he comes back, so everybody has to stand up so he can go fucking to his seat. I was hoping that a bunch of people went to the bathroom around that time so people would stand up and make it look like they cared. Everybody's sitting on their fucking asses, maybe on their fucking thumbs at that point because they couldn't give a fuck. Dante Jarren 23, no doubt, bro. Jarren 9, man, you think he would learn the first, the second, the third. Okay, Tommaso, you can blame that on Vince. That's fine. And we fucking, remember we ran Vince into the fucking ground for the Tommaso shit. You're just naming him fucking Ciampa or Tommaso. I think Vince put him down to one name. He had him in these fucking lime green fucking vests where he looked like a construction worker, or the fucking side of the highway where they're picking up fucking garbage. So everybody ran Vince McMahon into the fucking ground. But with Triple H and with Dexter and Johnny and now Bronson, nobody wants to say a fucking word because it's 3H's. It's fine. I don't see any problem with it, man. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Everybody relax. Nobody's fucking worried. Nobody's losing sleep over this shit. We're saying it's pathetically bad to the point where how can nobody in that company realize that this is not how you debut somebody? You want to get Bronson Reed, a guy whose ceiling in NXT was a mid-card title. Never fucked around in the main event scene. Not for more than fucking 2 weeks. You bring him to the fucking main roster to help The Miz win a fucking stupid money hanging up high ladder match. And then everybody lets him off the hook because they say, listen to the interview, BC. I don't think he's going to be with The Miz. I think this was just a quick payday. Then you just proved my point. There was zero reason to debut him like that. I will say it for the 8,000th fucking time. You get one chance at a first impression. One chance. 3H's Bronson Reed's debut, botched. Failed. Absolutely failed. Carlos Ray, they didn't fucking give a fuck. Carlos, I don't know, I know you were out for most of my Raw review. Hopefully you went back and caught it. But Carlos, man, I said yesterday, it's either A, they literally didn't know who Bronson Reed is, and I heard that from some of my own people. I don't know if they're probably just having some fun. But they said, what the fuck is a Bronson Reed? And then number two, which is just as bad, or maybe it's a mixture of both. They didn't know really who the fuck the dude was, and or they just didn't give a fuck. And you think this Miz shit's gonna help. I just, the purpose of this segment of this live stream is just to call out the hypocrisy, the contradiction, the fickleness of so many fans. where they blamed Vince McMahon for this type of shit nonstop. Justifiably, by the way. We were running that fucking ship. Because McMahon needed to be ran into the fucking ground because it was horse shit. And BC never changed. I'm still the same BC that I was. I'm still running these motherfuckers into the ground for these decisions. The problem is a lot of people jumped off the fucking stream, right? They said, nah, BC, I can't rock with you now because it's 3H's. I gotta let him off the hook nonstop. They changed. BC didn't. I just don't straddle the fucking schnoz of 3H's like so many do. And I never will. Because he's a fucking idiot, Carlos. You want the fucking truth? He's a fucking idiot. Either he doesn't actually understand what is happening, or he just doesn't care. Because they're still making boat fucking loads of money from everything Vince already put in place. And by the way, did you hear the, first of all, I want to welcome a new member, man. Richie P. Richie P, man, welcome to the gold card status, man. Gold membership here on the channel. I got to give a salute to my new member, Richie P. Richie! Salute! Got to give you one of those big old Italian salutes. Richie! Good to have you up in here, man. You hear the news, man? WWE pulled a massive 1.7 in the ratings. Now, BC actually said I would be shocked if they actually pulled anything in the 1.7s. They pulled 1.4 last week. I thought they'd be 1.5. I don't even know how they went into 1.4 that quickly. That was pathetic. And then Triple H threw everything at the wall this week on paper, right? He made this big with Bayley versus Becky. In the ladder match, AJ versus Sammy. The Bloodline starts the show on a rampage. H, on paper, threw everything at the wall. The problem was the show just did not go off well. And you saw that by the third hour, nearly 300,000 viewers dropped off. Now, the third hour usually has a drop-off, but when you're having a pay-per-view-esque on paper type of a night event, usually you'll see about $1 to $1.50 drop-off. Why did nearly 300? Because a lot of people agreed with BC. On paper, it sounds good. What we were getting was not worth 3 hours of our prime time. But they pulled one. Listen, they got it by 5,000, 1.705. By 5,000 viewers, they went over 1.7. If they got 5,001 less, they were in the 1.6s. But you know what? Hey, but it's just hilarious to see fans that actually don't remember or don't know where they should be right now, even with football. So that when they see a 1.7 because they've been so bad in the 1.4s and 1.5s, fans are like, whoa, wrestling's back. Triple H is leading the charge. Motherfucker, you scored 5,000 over a 1.7 when you've been getting 1.4s and 1.5s because you threw everything but the kitchen sink at the wall. And then you had a nearly 300,000 viewer drop. That doesn't bode well when you go to next week. JR9, you said that's a recap show, correct? So, well, JR9, yeah, well, you know JR9 how they got the 1.7. The first 2 hours delivered because on paper they did enough to get people's. All right, well, hold on. Becky Bayley, something good is going to happen in that match, right? It's Becky, it's Bayley. Something big has to happen at the finish of that one, right? The Bloodline is on a rampage. The end of the night is going to be epic, right? Something huge is going to happen with the Bloodline, right? And guys, when it was all said and done, Becky just got a monitor to her back and Bayley wins. That was all that happened. The Usos end up losing. The Bloodline goes on a fucking path of destruction. And by the end of the night, they're running away from Kevin Owens, who's by himself, by the way, at that point. OC took out Solo, but fucking Rollins was taken out by Theory. Owens is by himself in the ring at that point. And the Bloodline is retreating. So you booked them to be badasses for 2.5 hours. And then in the last half an hour, you made them look like fucking chicken shit. Good job, 3H's. What are you building in the process? What the fuck did you build? When the show went off the air, nothing was built for the future. I know I said this yesterday in the live stream for the Raw review, but I can't help but ask the question again to all my gold members. What the fuck that was delivered last night that you would have to look forward to next week? In fact, let me ask my gold card members right now. Chat. You're all my gold members, man. Much respect. Don't be ashamed to say any fuck. If something is seriously exciting you to the point where you cannot wait till next Monday to see where the storyline goes, let me know right now. And I will try to decipher it with you. I'll try to meet you halfway. How's that? What on this show Monday night? What Monday night has you enthralled, interested, excited for next week? Yeah, Anthony, Alexa. Yeah, forgot about Alexa. One of the best, if not the best part of the night. Alexa turning fucking heel, legit. Smashing that vase over fucking Bianca's dome piece. Carlos, I have to agree, tenfold, 100-fold, 1,000-fold. There's nothing. Richie, new member Richie. Thank goodness we got a member in here that knows his shit. Nothing. And Terrence Burrs, Terrence, you're exactly right. That's what they do. They have something good, and they find a way to fuck it up. Alexa and Bianca, man, not only were they going good after last night, it was fucking phenomenal. Or Monday night. With the fucking vase to the back of the dome piece. Bianca gets fucked up. Alexa gets her heel turn. You are kind of captivated. You actually need to see what happens next. Instead, let's just do the match. Let's go right to it because we have nothing left creative. Yeah, most of you guys agree. Alexa is probably it. And that's because there's a mixture of Bray Wyatt in that as well. You don't really know how far they're going to go with this Bray shit with Alexa. So that's why it's fucking... Kim T says Judgment Day, but that's only for future feuds and storylines. Yeah, Kim T, they should already be... Hey, Kim T, you want the fucking truth? Because I knew. You guys have been watching BC long enough. I knew that this was going to end up with the Bloodline looking like fucking idiots. Because Roman wasn't there. So we're going to make them look like fucking champions for 2.5 hours. And then by the end of the night, they're going to look like chumps. Usos defeated middle of the ring. Jimmy Uso flat on his back looking up at the lights. And then they fucking run away from Kevin Owens after they got their asses whooped. So you know what I would have done, Kim T? Judgment Day starts beating the fuck out of everybody. Judgment Day makes more sense. They want to showcase that they are going to run through these locker rooms. Bloodline didn't need to do that Monday. Just for the result that we got at the end of the night with them running away and getting their asses whooped. We didn't need to see the Bloodline look like fucking jokes. Build the Judgment Day, and at the end of the night, the Judgment Day ultimately whoops one of the top stars' ass. Diabolically, when we go off the air, people are like, fuck, Judgment Day is not fucking around no more. So Kim T, not only do I agree, that should have been them Monday night, not the Bloodline. Instead, you got Rhea Ripley in the intergender match. That's great for her. It's not going to do a lot for the dudes. The dudes are going to look so stupid, guys. Tozawa will look like a fucking idiot. Folded in half like a New Day pancake. Patrick Charles, welcome to Amplified Gold status. Patrick Charles just became a member, so I got to give a big old Italian salute. Patrick Charles, salute! Salute, bruh. New members are always welcomed, man. A few times a month, we're going to have these members-only live streams just so I can say thank you to my members. In real time. And shoot the shit with my members. But Kim T, no fucking question, man. Colin, what up, Colin, with that super chat? Is slowly becoming Tony Khan. You mean 3H's? Listen, at this point, 3H's is Every time I see 3H's in an interview, that's exactly what I do. I've never met a dude like 3H's that can say so much while saying so little at the same time. Triple H can talk for 40 minutes and nothing of substance comes out of this dude's mouth. He talks in fucking circles. He gives you what you think you want to hear. He gives you nothing. I like that, man. That's funny. Colin. Dante Jaron 23's up in here, man. That's all he does, Terrence. That's all he does is copy Tony Khan, but I've already went over that, man. I'm not going to bash H. I just he's got to change a lot of shit. Sir Charles is up in this motherfucker. What up, Sir Charles? Guys, that's what I'm going to talk about with Bronson Reed, Monday Night Raw. I really wanted to just talk a little bit more about that. We're a few minutes before Dynamite, so let me just go over a few more things with you real quick. Mandy Rose, man, Booker T slammed whoever the agent is for Mandy Rose. You guys have probably heard by now that the agent of Mandy Rose says that she already has made $500,000 just from her third-party site. So there's no reason to feel bad for her or no reason for her to need to come back to WWE. $500,000. Now, Booker says he's got to be the worst fucking agent known to mankind to actually give out who you're representing, how much money they're making. And I got to agree with Booker, man. Who the fuck is this agent to come out with how much money she's making? And then this fucking agent goes and says, and by the end of the year, with only a few weeks left, she's going to be a self-made millionaire from her third-party site. Why would an agent do that, man, and put so much fucking spotlight on, unless they're just playing a game of chicken here, right? They're trying to hold WWE up to a way to say, hey, she's fine. She's not going to budge because she's getting all this fucking cash, and she doesn't need you. You're seeing how successful she is. You need her. Otherwise, I don't know why the agent is saying that she's going to become a millionaire by the end of the year. I don't think that's happening, guys. $500,000, by the way. When you talk about how much is coming out for taxes, how much is the agent getting? How much is the third-party site going? A lot of these third-party sites get a chip of that, a chunk of that for using their site. YouTube's the same way. So let's cut off 100 to 150 G's right from the jump, right? Let's put that around 3-something. Let's not start saying that she's going to hit $1 million. So this agent is really fucking this woman up and not even knowing it, or it is strategic. But there's no reason. There's no reason for this dude to come out and say, yeah, my client is making $500,000 and in 3 weeks she'll be a millionaire. Listen, I'm not saying I agree with WWE at all. I wish we could come to a compromise, right? They can do third-party sites. They can do nudes if they want, but just don't do anything past that, right? No soft porn, none of that shit. I think that's a fair unit. Is that not fair? She gets to make all this money from nudes and all that, and WWE just asks no fucking nothing crossing, just photos, right? No fucking soft porn, none of that, because that just puts the company in a whole nother spectrum, and we don't want to be that in 2022. I know it's hypocritical. I know it's contradicting from what they used to do and what they used to have the rest. I get it. But it is a publicly traded company. It is 2022. There is a little bit of a shift. We know deep down it's because they're not making a dime from it. We already know that. But unit, isn't that a fair compromise? Make all this money from your fucking titties on your own. We don't get a dime. We just ask that you're not riding your fucking boyfriend in one of the videos. You're not fucking sucking down on an eggplant or a fucking banana. You know, let's not do anything like that where fucking Domino's or Pizza Hut or T-Mobile or Verizon or fucking Breyer's ice cream, Friendly's ice cream, you know, our sponsors, if they catch wind, they're not just going to axe us. You know, let's not do that. That's unit, right? Sir Charles Anthony, Eric, what the fuck? Yeah, JR9, she may have absolutely refused to do that. It sounds like she doesn't want to take anything down and she's going to keep doing business as usual. There has to be some type of a compromise. I think if you just say, okay, you can do X, Y, and Z, but you are contracted to us, we are publicly traded, we do have sponsors, can we just agree that you don't cross the line into this? And if they come to a table as reasonable adults, everybody can come to terms. If they're just saying, no, you can't do any nudes or we want money from it, then that's WWE. Fuck them. Absolutely not. Because you were making money off of them for decades doing that shit. And just because you can't make a fucking dime off of it? No. But if you can compromise, I don't see why these grown adults cannot have Mandy return to World Wrestling Entertainment. Now, along those lines, guys, Chelsea Green is supposed to be making a comeback by the Royal Rumble. Now, Chelsea Green, and she's somebody who never had a chance on the main roster. She was about to show up. She got a little bit of an injury. Then she was released, and now she's returning. It looks like, from what I'm hearing, she took off her third-party accounts. I don't know what she had, but it was along the lines of Mandy Rose, maybe like the OnlyFanses or whatever. From what I'm hearing is Chelsea Green took them off within the last 48 hours. So A, that tells me that her WWE return is imminent. B, that tells me she does not want to ruffle any feathers with World Wrestling Entertainment. But the last time, yeah, JR9. Now, is that confirmed, JR9? Or is it multiple third-party sites that Chelsea Green cut off? Yeah. Well, either way, Chelsea Green eliminated her third-party shit. So that goes to show you that they're not fucking around, and a lot of the ladies are starting to see, okay, I can make a ton of money on my own here, or I can build my legacy for right now, make really good money, and then down the road, once I have a name built for myself even more and my legacy is established, then I will do my own thing. Mandy Rose looks to be somebody who doesn't necessarily want to be in this wrestling thing anymore. A lot of people were saying she made her mind up months ago that she was already thinking past wrestling. In one interview, she talked about having kids soon and ending her career sooner than people thought. So she's been kind of hinting to this type of shit. I don't think she's that hurt that she got released, and on top of that, she's making damn good money. Whereas Chelsea Green, it sounds like she wants to do this wrestling thing more. And Chelsea Green doesn't want any problems. Chelsea Green took that shit off. Jacqueline Robinson with a 10-spot, couple of coffees. Jacqueline Robinson is also a fucking gold card member, so Jacqueline salute, double time. H messed up Io and Dakota since they came back. He needs to stop bringing wrestlers back and think about the ones he has and give the good booking with the little mind that he's got. Thank you for this live stream. Thank you, Jacqueline, and you are absolutely correct. It's what I preach all the time. Stop bringing more and more people in to sink your ship. Look at the ship that you have that's already sinking. Find a way to resurrect that boat so it doesn't sink. Fix it. Jimmy rig it. Mickey Mouse it. Put a patch on it. And then look at who remains inside of that ship, inside of that boat, and start to book them properly. Make them so prestigious, so dominant, so awesome, so intriguing to our audience that they're going to get to shore on their own account. They're never going to sink because you're actually building them correctly. Or you can take your sinking ship, keep bringing more and more people on, book nobody correctly, let the fucking hole get bigger, more water's coming into the ship, it's going down quicker and quicker, and then the whole thing goes to shit within 3 years. You could do that. Jacqueline Robinson, thank you for having a dome piece. That is smart. Thank you for being an Amplified Unit Gold member. The smartest fucking wrestling fan imaginable, like Dave Mealy, gold card member, and also throwing a coffee over to BC. Substance does come out of Triple H's mouth, except it's usually brown and it stinks like hell. Oh, well, it's usually fucking shit. Exactly, Dave. That's the only substance that comes out of this dude when he does interviews, when he's trying to sugarcoat something, when he's talking to the fucking the shareholders, when he's talking about or to the fans. I tell you, man. Courtney Ward's up in here, 199. Returns mean nothing if the booking is trash. Courtney Ward, how many returns have we seen with H? 3H's. And how many of them stuck? I'm not even giving him credit for Bray Wyatt. Bray was going to come back with Vince. Bray was always going to come back. If you think Triple H was the final, we needed H to bring back Bray. No way, bro. Karrion Kross had a decent feud with McIntyre, and then we saw what happened after that. 3H's and his creative team started smoking, right? We are out of ideas. We are smoking. We are about to crash. And they crashed. And now fucking Karrion Kross is playing around with a fucking one-legged Rey Mysterio. Who worked, guys? Who worked that Triple H brought out? Real quick, guys. I know Dynamite's on, man. We'll get to it. Who worked? Of Triple H's return so far, who the fuck worked? And again, I'm not giving him Bray Wyatt, by the way. I am not. Yeah, but Braun Strowman is fucking hanging around with the guy who he said he doesn't like flips and dives. So in order to rectify the situation, they're pairing him up with Ricochet lately. You see that? Braun Strowman is now going to play around with the flips and dives guy, the same guy that he says he doesn't like that style. It doesn't even make sense. None. Am I right? There's nobody. If you take out Bray Wyatt, who was always going to come back, he was never built for AEW. He just wasn't. Thorsten Pachalak. Thorsten is the new Amplified Gold member coming up in this bitch. I got to give an old school Italian shout out here. Thorsten Salute. What's up, Thorsten? Thorsten. I can't say that without doing a Massachusetts accent. Thorsten from Worcester. Thorsten Pachalak. Welcome, dude. Welcome to the gold card status, man. Always good to have you in here. Always good to have new members show up. Guys, nobody, not even my girl Io. Certainly not Candice LeRae or Munchkin, Mia Yim, Sarah Logan. Who? Bronson? Dexter? Johnny Gargano? They're all playing around with The Miz. Fuck that. From Germany. Thurston from Germany, man. Fuck yeah. I learned one word from Germany long ago, and it's a word that I say for most of WWE booking. And it's 9. 9. Like the fucking number 9. Do you know what that is in German? That means no. Every time I see something in WWE, especially on Raw, no. 9. Thorsten, much love and respect, man. Yeah, Io and Dakota lost to fucking, what was her name, man? She's injured now already. What the fuck was her name? Little girl, man. She was in NXT for 87 years. She's still not that much better than when she started. She has a solid fan base, though. Very beautiful girl. Aaliyah. Yes, Aaliyah. Aaliyah, man. They lost to Aaliyah and Rhea, and then 2 weeks ago they tried to cover up the botch. So not even Io and Dakota was used properly. We had such high hopes when they showed up at SummerSlam. BC marked the fuck out during that moment. I was like, this could be epic. And then you look at Bayley's win-loss record. You look at how Io and Dakota were used or not used. So fucking odd, man. So, guys, I did want to mention that as well. Also, old school Coco Beware. If anybody remembers old school pro wrestling 80s, maybe early 90s. Coco Beware. He was a wrestler that carried a fucking like a parrot or some shit on his shoulder to the ring. Frankie was his name. The bird's name was Frankie. He's currently hospitalized with some issues, man. So much love, support, and prayers, strength over to one of the dudes that I grew up watching as a kid. Coco Beware. Unfortunately, some bad news as he is up in the hospital. So we hope that we hope that he's able to pull through, and we hope the best for Coco Beware and his family. For sure. Man, there was one other thing I wanted to... Dynamite. Dynamite's on right now. BC's going to go and watch the majority of this shit. I will talk about this tomorrow. Anybody know real quick what on Dynamite is supposed to be enthralling tonight? Because I truly either don't know or I just forgot. Is anybody a tried and true that knows what we should be looking out for in AEW Dynamite tonight for the next hour and 45 minutes? Thank you for all those prayer emojis too, guys. For Coco Beware. Jer9 with that 5-spot coffee. Jer9 says 705,000 for a taped NXT. Highest since October 26th is a good number. Also, 20 plus women were showcased. Isla and Alba delivered. Their feud is brilliant. I think I love their fucking character development. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. And Jer9, thank you for bringing that up because I saw that right before we went live. 705,000. They were at, Jer9, correct me if I'm wrong, 666 last week, correct? So that is a 34% 39,000 viewer increase from a taped show. They're now over 700,000. They keep getting momentum as we close out the fucking year. NXT is fucking around with some good shit. And Jer9, I was told to watch a Booker T interview with my girl Roxanne Perez. So I don't know if that's worth going back. And I mean, nothing so eventful that happened, but I was told that she had a sit-down interview with Book. So some of my boys told me to go back and watch that because my girl was doing an interview. So Jer9, if that's the case, I'm going to have to go back and watch some of that. Booker and Roxy was a great interview. So Jer9, you're telling me to watch that as well. So I will absolutely watch my girl on that. But congrats to NXT for 705, man. And then let me go to my big screen here because I got to give a shout out to, hold on. First of all, to my Big Time Baxter. Big Time Baxter was a super chat from the last video. My bad. That's what it was. Hold on, I got to get my supers for this one, man. Sutherland Knox 23, James Shrimp Fajitas, Dante Jaron 23, Colin, Dave Mealy, Jacqueline Robinson, Courtney Ward, JR9 Gaming. Thank you guys for the coffees, man. You guys absolutely fucking rock. JR9, trios matches right now. I am missing fucking nothing, bro. So thank you for the super chat, guys. Now, what's tonight's big event that I should... Sheeta versus Hayter should actually be good. That's tonight. Is that pretty much it? Oh, Ricky Starks just had a good promo with Jericho. I'll go back and watch that. MJF will absolutely be there. Fourth one with a 2-spot. I know I'm late, but RIP to Franco Harris. Who's Franco Harris? I don't know who Franco Harris is. What wrestling promotion is he in? Fourth one. Where's Franco Harris's wrestling promotion? Yeah, James Miller, stupid ass trios for who? Yeah, I don't know who Franco Harris is. Oh no, are we talking old school? Let me give my members up too, man. I'm gonna let you guys go and watch fucking SmackDown now. Or SmackDown. No, that's Friday, man. That's Friday. We're going to watch Dynamite. That's what it is. What Franco Harris are we talking about? Steelers? Oh, okay. What did he do? He passed away, unfortunately? Well, he was at least in his fucking 70s, right? That sucks. Not a big Steelers fan, but that always says 70-something, I think he is. 73, 74, maybe. Yeah, Anthony, you ain't kidding, man. That caught me off guard. The guy's in his 70s. He's old school NFL. I thought we were talking about a wrestler. Yeah, DJ, thank you for that, man. I'm going to have to see what happened to him, man. 72 years old. Thank you for that. Who was that? Alicia. Fourth one. I'm going to have to look into that. Fourth one. Thank you for that news, man. That always sucks to hear. Yeah, Carlos, I think he was just in his 70s, dude. All right, I'm going to go watch a little bit of Dynamite so we can have another video tomorrow, and I'll talk more. I'll go over the 20 minutes that I fucking missed, obviously. Thank you for my supers. As I said, man, I went over you guys, and I want to, even for my members that were not able to be here, because I only gave 15 minutes of notice right before Dynamite. So most people are going to find this after we're live, right? The next 24 hours. So what I would like to do is give a shout out to all of my members, guys. And that's going to take a minute because I have a lot right now. So you guys can go watch Dynamite if you want, but I'm still going to take a minute to give a shout out to all my members. Jack Brewer, Godswilla, Ash Sims, JR9 Gaming, Carlos Ray, Jacqueline Robinson, Radarab TV, Sir Charles, Sadiqa Flowers, Anthony Bowley, Ray Foreman, Movies 456, Clutch City Fan, Kim T, Jimmy J 145, Kevin MD, Crimson Blue 82, Dante Jaron 23, Unique Butterfly, A Merrick, James Miller, Sterling Range, Dev Owl, Eric Leno, D. Carre, Soldier Man 1984, Lord French Fries, Mayhem, Cy Parker, CJ White, PB Silla Pride, Deontay Thomas, Terrence Burrs, Willard Bayless, Sam Byers, Dave Mealy, Jane Donnelly, Ashley Steggles, Richard Wade, DeMonte Mabry, DJ is a prodigy, Alicia Vukakovic. I'm going to say Alicia Vukakovic because I like that. That's badass. Batty Banks, Trina Scott, Christopher Blackshare, Patrick Charles, Thorsten Pachalak, Richie P. Woo! You guys are fucking amplified to the core, man. I put this shit up Friday, and we have a host of you motherfuckers. My gold card unit. Next level. Salute! That's as amplified as I can give you right now, man. I've been up since 3 a.m. I've been rocking out. Got home at 7. Put this fucking live stream together. Thank you guys so much, man. Everybody, this was a thank you to my amplified gold card members. To my unit that watched this or is going to that is not a gold card member, much love and respect to you guys as well. You do not have to be. This is just another level of respect I'm showing because they fucking showed it. They upped their ante. They upped their level status. And we're going to do this several times a month for BC to say salute. JR9, Carlos, Alicia, Anthony, Deontay, Eric, Sir Charles, Ashley Steggles, Deontay, DJ is a prodigy, Eric, man, a lot of you guys were here live. That's awesome. For all my members that are going to catch this later, man, I hope you got your salute. All right, I'm going to go watch Dynamite. Thank you, all my gold card members, man. I put this together after a long time. You guys wanted memberships. I put this together over a several-day period. I wanted to see if you guys were going to enjoy it like me. This is fucking rock star status, man. And you can damn well bet we're going to do more of these in the future. Thank you, guys. Yo, before we get off, man, before we take off, Pimp Jesus, a tried and true in the community in this fucking, on this channel for the Amplified unit. Pimp Jesus just became Amplified Gold status. So you know what we gotta do. Old school Italian salute. Yo, Pimp, salute! Salute to Pimp Jesus. Right at the end of this fucking stream, man. A lot of new members coming in, man, during this stream. Man, I've had the most fun I've had all day. I've been up since 3. I've been to a lot of different fucking places. I've fucking shot the shit with a lot of people today. This has been the greatest fucking 52 minutes of the day. I assure you of that. You guys rock. Salute. I'm going to go catch some Dynamite. We'll talk about it tomorrow with other stories as well. Salute, guys. Much love to my gold. My gold card. Look at how beautiful that is in the chat. Look at all those gold cards. Look at all those fucking gold cards, bro. Fuck. Salute. Bronson's debut sucked. It sucked. Crickets. First impressions matter. Salute, I'm out.